Hello, dear students, and after a long time, I'm here to help you. And welcome to this video. Dear students, in this video, I'm going to help you. I'm going to guide grammar topics, how to study grammar, and how to score 10 out of 10 marks. Because you have grammar for 10 marks and writing skill for 10 marks. Your paper is divided into three sections: Section A, reading skill; Section B, grammar and writing skill; and the third section, language and literature. Let's get started. So let's discuss some grammar topics and how to score 10 out of 10 and how to study those topics which are very important for class 9th and 10th. Dear students, grammar is for 10 marks, but 10 different topics are not there. As you know, CBSE has released some of the most important topics, and based on that topics only the questions will be asked, and you need to focus only few topics like tenses, determiners, modal verbs, reported speech, direct into indirect speech, and error and correction. So, if you study well these topics, you can score out marks in grammar. But how to study these topics? There is a question in many students' mind. How to prepare? Because sir, we don't know how to study. We are doing study, but we are not perfect in grammar. So how to study it? That is a question. If you studied or if you see the question paper of 10th class CBSE board or sample paper or even practice paper, 10 marks are divided. Grammar 10 marks are divided. And how they are divided? Reported speech 4 to 5 questions, modals 2 3 questions, tenses 2 3 questions, error and correction 2 to 3 questions. So weightage wise we have to go. Weightage. And I have seen so many question papers, even board exam, final board exam paper, reported speech, modal verb and error and correction. These topics are asked more questions on these topics. And reported speech how to study, the teachers what they do in the class, they tell the students, they give the direct speech and they tell them to make it indirect speech. Students can do, definitely they can do, but CBSE never ask how to convert it. Because if you have seen or if you know the paper pattern, how they ask, it is completely applied question. Like reported speech, if it is there, they are 2 to 3 types different reported speech. And especially you should focus on statements, means a declarative sentence. Definitely you should study yes or no type question, very important. Then you should study WH question and you should study imperative sentence. When you study reported speech, all these types of sentences thoroughly you have to study. Carefully you have to know the rules and all. But my focus is yes or no type question, declarative sentence, imperative sentence. And if you know the reported speech, they ask report a question. Report a question, and in the question there is a did. This type of sentence how to solve, definitely we will study. More practice will be taken. I am going to upload practice papers on grammar, and in those practice papers I will be discussing all the grammar questions as per board examination, as per board pattern. So reported speech definitely will be done. Modal verbs, which is very important. So modal verbs, total we have 24, but if you focus modal verbs, may, might, can, could, must, should, would, used to, had to. These modal verbs are very important. And when you study, go thoroughly what are the rules of modal verbs and its indication means what? Can. If you are talking about can is ability, can is capacity, can is permission, can is request. So it will change accordingly, according to sentence it will change. Can is not only ability. Can be used for permission, can be used for request, can be used for capacity. We are talking about error and correction. Error and correction, how to solve. Students are very confused. They don't know how to solve error and correction. Dear students, it is very easy if you are perfect in subject and verb agreement, if you know articles, if you know prepositions, if you know types of sentence, pronouns. Okay, these things are asked in error and correction. For example, subject, verb and agreement, what is that? Like if the subject is a singular, the verb form will be singular. If the subject is a plural, the verb form will be plural. You should know subject and verb agreement if you want to score good marks in error and correction, because maximum questions are asked on subject and verb agreement. Then sometimes they may ask articles, sometimes they may ask you prepositions and relative pronouns. Relative pronouns are also important, like when, while, that, which, and passive voice construction. We know there is no passive voice question for class 10th, but passive voice will be asked in error and correction. So there will be given a sentence and the verb form might be in passive, and that might be an error and you have to correct it. So passive voice structures are also important. Subject and verb is important. And remember, when you are changing the verb in error and correction, always remember, if it is have never becomes had. Don't change tense. You should not change tense. Instead, I suggest you change the form of verb, because it is according to subject and verb. For example, have can be has, are can be is, has can be have, is can be are, was can be were can be was. These things are very, very important. Dear students, grammar is very easy, but you should prepare, because in grammar section we have options, MCQ type questions, and if MCQ or options are available, we may get a chance, we may get answer in the options. Before that, you should study well. And how to study grammar? Yes, teachers are teaching you in the school, in the classroom, that is enough. But dear students, grammar, more practice should be done. I insist you to solve at least weekly once grammar question paper of 10 marks or 20 marks, practice paper according to board. And if you really want board as a board pattern question papers, only grammar 10 marks, please comment in the comment box. I will be uploading practice papers 10 marks practice paper as per board, CBSE board exam, and there the practice papers will be discussed. I am really grateful, I am really happy to help you out to score good marks in English. Dear students, upcoming videos I will be talking about how to study reading skill. I will be talking about writing skill, what is analytical paragraph, how to solve it, how to write formal letter, and I will be discussing some of the literature parts. Thank you, dear students. Keep studying and keep scoring good marks. Thank you.